Phase 1 completed for a new outdoor living home renovations tradie client. So phase 1 in this case is, maybe let's restart a little bit. They're looking to get some leads in the outdoor home improvement space, so things like pergolas, decks, carports, verandas, all of those other additional keywords. More so on the outdoor stuff than the indoor stuff. Their website is already a couple of years old, zero attention from Google. Website is extremely slow. I think there's like 10 megabytes worth of images just on the home page, where like each image was like 800 kilobytes. Some images were like 3 meg each. It was just choking. It was hosted on a terribly crap host. I'm not going to name him, but it all affects, especially a young site. You don't want to start off on the back foot. In this case, not much attention from Google. Organic results. They've done a really good job with reviews, 50 plus reviews, but the location is a service-based location, meaning any local business that actually has an office location or a location shown, be it a home address, will instantly get priority over that service location. So phase 1 in my world is we need to get this website off its old host and off its old tools. Nothing against the tools that other website builders use, but the website was built as a business card, looks great, but it doesn't function well when I need to get more out of it. I need to build on it, I need to be agile with it, and I need to predict its behavior. So we basically put the whole website on screw piles, lift it up, rip out the guts, install our tools. In other words, we rebuilt the website from scratch by hand. So WP Astra is the theme that I use. Beaver Builder is the page builder that I use. It's just a personal preference. I just found them to be more stable, and there's another sort of 6 or 7 handful of lean plugins that we rely on that save us a whole bunch of time and give us the control that we need. And so phase 1 is essentially building out the core pages that we used to have. We rewrote all the content, made it SEO optimized, made sure the main keywords are in the permalink, main keywords in the H1, H2, H3. The main keyword is mentioned naturally in the opening sentence and the paragraph. So we rebuilt it as it was. It pretty much looks the same. We added some reviews, added a few more elements to the homepage, and essentially recreated the homepage text to cater more for Google's EAT, which is expertise, experience, authority, and trust. So the adjustment of the words, and instead of saying we offer these services, we say we have delivered 5,000 of these services in Melbourne. Right, saying the same thing but in a different way. At the end of the day, Google is a robot, and they don't have the assets to properly go out and research, did he actually get that degree? Just saying that I do have the degree, or whatever the degree is, and is going to be better than not saying it, but using words that are LSI and semantically relevant and things like that. So look into it. So we recreated that. So phase 1 is also preparing, now that's deployed, now that we have all the rank trackers set up, we've got a list of 100 or so keywords that I'm tracking. So it's going to be awesome to see the success and the movements. It's only going to go up because it doesn't rank anywhere at the moment. There were basically 4 core service offerings: verandas, decks, pergolas, and carports, and there's a few other obviously things that come along with that. All these rank trackers are pretty much giving us foundational readings, which is like position 99 and up. So Google Search Console set up, wasn't set up before, so we submit the sitemap. We check if there's any errors. The website had a whole bunch of staging pages, which is like when the website was constructed, the old developer left the staging pages still live and indexed. So they've obviously been cleaned up. There was a whole bunch of project pages where the pages were really thin. So it was literally just the page without the keyword, and it was just a suburb, and then it was just one image. So we cleaned up all those. For now, redirected all of those pages to the completed projects or construction projects page. And for now, added all of those images as a filterable gallery, so you can select carports and you got all the images of the carports. Now that's still not good enough for me, but this is good enough for phase one. Phase two in that department is we're creating a dedicated template that the client must follow every project they finish, or every project that's worthwhile going up on the website. I'm fine with photos taken with a phone, as long as there's some kind of before and afters and a bit of a journey. So we've got about 20 questions that the client needs to answer at the end of each project. And the questions basically take us on a journey of what was the challenge, what did the client want, what was the challenge, what did you present, what were the hiccups, what were the hurdles, was there any kind of permits. Basically just questions that get the client, the tradie, to answer and give us a bit of a journey. The goal is to show proof of work by using words and whatever imagery we can have. I don't expect clients to pay for a videographer every job that they finish, but something that's worthwhile, like a big project, however much it costs, big pergola, big decking that looks great. I mean, that capturing that will only do wonders long term, because those images, those stories potentially sell what you do while you sleep. That's the next phase. Next phase is also a landing page with the desirable keywords that we're targeting. So it could be like pergola builders Bondi or carports Bondi. We're going to go after a specific key term with a specific landing page. That landing page is going to contain a track, record, bunch of images, bunch of before and afters, some basic text. We don't go too heavy on the text in these things. It's more of a visual thing. It will have a unique phone number. It will have a unique contact form, and we're going to fire up some Google ads and see what kind of leads come through the door. My expectations are always, hey, it's going to take a while for these ads to fire up. Sometimes our keyword targeting is too tight. Sometimes there's not enough search volume, and that could take a week to 2 weeks of nothing. But that also means nothing is being wasted or spent with Google ads. I'd rather my ads be super tight than waste super loose. Waste budgets, right? So it could take several weeks to a month to begin ramping up, but really 3-4 months is what it takes for a Google ad to begin maturing. And what I mean by that is also every week we're adding negative key terms. We've got a list of 5,000 key terms that we already use across our campaign, a whole bunch of generic ones like jobs, careers, how do I become a pergola builder, that kind of stuff. But there's in every new campaign, and this isn't a new campaign, we've got currently some ads in this space, there's always something new that comes up. So it always requires our attention, lots of attention for the first 5-6 months, and continued attention every single month after that. So while the Google ads are going to be bringing in leads, fingers crossed, at a somewhat reasonable rate, $50 a lead, $100 a lead, $200 a lead, we're going to see and find out in this case, the SEO is going to take off. I've got about 80 highly relevant guide-like blogs created. I've stopped using the word long form. They're still pretty long, but as long as they need to be to answer the question. It might be guide on choosing the right pergola for your backyard versus that kind of stuff. So 80, so 20 on pergolas, 20 on decks, 20 on carports, and 20 on verandas. That is the fourth one. So about 80 blog schedule, which is a lot of work. This content is also quite difficult to create these days with all of the meaningless AI being pushed out. So COG's definitely in motion. First batches of links have been sent. I own a lot of tradie sites myself. I have a lot of tradie clients all around Australia, not just in Melbourne or Sydney. So there's a whole bunch of initial links kicking off. It's not natural to send a lot of links early on, especially to like the service pages. So these initial links are more like just little citations, brand mentions, a couple of guest posts here and there, nothing too aggressive. Links begin to ramp up after the first blogs go up. A blog is something that gives back. It's a guide. It's giving back to the world to prove that we are trustworthy on this topic. It makes sense for links to follow after those blogs are live and indexed, meaning Google sees this high quality content go up, then some websites are starting to mention that content, so we're sending the links to the blogs. Oh, okay, I see what's happening. They've released some good content to the world. A bunch of websites are mentioning them. we trust them a bit more, and up they go. It's quite a scientific approach, which we've just got a playbook that we've done this for hundreds of sites. Really exciting. I'm equally excited on every new campaign that we kick off. Hope this has delivered some value to it. Give me a comment and let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.